Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Office at Adda 24/7. So you can see today we are going to start a very important act, that is SARFAESI Act, okay. So this act is basically, suppose if the borrower have taken money from the bank and financial institution, so without intervention of the court, how the bank and FI can take money from the borrower, so this act is there. So this is basically made in 2000 what? 2. Okay, so without intervention of the court, okay, how the bank and FI can, take money without intervention of the court. Okay, so this is your SARFAESI Act. So first of all, class, we have to understand this act. Okay, this is one way. Okay, this is a one way in which the money can be taken from the borrower. Okay, and this is the second way. This is the second way in which the money can be taken from the borrower. Second way. So first of all, we will understand this first way. That is your enforcement of security interest. Okay, enforcement of security interest. In this case, you can see here, first of all, the bank and FI will issue the notice of 60 days upon declaration of NPA. Suppose if account is declared as NPA, that is non-performing assets. Okay. So issue notice of 60 days upon declaration of NPA, that is not performing asset. If the borrower is not able to pay the money, then the bank and FI can take possession of the pledged assets and then lease or sell off the loan amount. So he can do lease to take money, sell to take money, and pledge the assets to take money. Okay, so these are the way in which the bank and FI can do to take money. So this is the first option that the bank can do. See class, first option. Okay class, now the second one is by selling the NPA, that is non-performing assets. Okay, in this case, suppose if a bank, the borrower is not able to pay the money, in that case the bank will give the security assets to the ARC company, that is Asset Reconstruction Company, that is established under Reserve Bank of India. This ARC company will now search the qualified buyer. They will search the qualified buyer, and qualified buyer will take the security receipt from ARC company, and qualified buyer will take the security receipt. So in this way, we can say the bank will recover the amount class. So in this case, there are two parties. The first party is ARC company and the second is your qualified buyer. See class. That is important. Okay. So these are the two ways in which we can say the SURFACI Act will play a role. Okay. Now class, let's do the summary. So this act was enacted with the aim to provide a structured platform to the banking sector for managing its amounting NPA stock and to allow bank and FI to take possession of the security and sell them. See? Okay, then prior to this act, legal framework relating to the commercial role under this act. Is that okay? Cool. Now, the bank obtains security while lending so that in the case of need, money can be dash of the security. Money can be dash of the securities. Tell me the exact answer. Bank obtains security while lending so that in the case of need, the money can be dash of securities. The money can be, that is, sale of the securities. Okay. The SURFACI Act is applicable to the housing finance company whose name is notified by the central government. The SURFACI Act is applicable to the housing finance company whose name is notified by the central government. The answer is yes. Whether movable security in possession of bank can be sold by the bank without intervention of the court. Movable security. So many students are confused that whether movable is come under SURFACI or not. The answer is yes. Okay, movable, immovable both come under the SURFACI. So whether movable security in possession of bank can be sold by the bank without intervention of the court. Yes, class? Yes, because SURFACI Act has made the provision. Okay. Next. As per the law existing today, the mortgage security cannot be sold without court intervention. So in this case, class, no, because SURFACI Act right now had made the provision. Now, tell me, class, under this act applied to which securities? Yes. This act applied to which securities? Movable, immovable security charged to the bank and FI. To mortgage security only, where the security interest is created for repayment of financial assistance given by bank or FI, and to the properties owned by defaulter borrower and those which are not charged to the bank. Tell me, class. Provision of SURFACI is applicable to the which security? So class, the right answer is C, where the security interest is created for the repayment of financial assistance given by bank and FI. This is the right answer. Okay. In Maria case, that is a very famous case in which it was held that whether the SURFACI Act is valid or not. So SURFACI Act is totally valid. So in Maria Chemical, guys, what did Supreme Court declared as invalid? Entire SURFACI Act, creation of security interest, formation of reconstruction company, and condition to pay 75% of the amount as precondition while preferring appeal to the DRT. Tell me, class. So class, in this case, in Maria Chemical case, basically the borrower have to pay 75% if he want to appeal in the DRT. This was removed, and that is given in section 17 clause 2. So this section was removed. Okay, so this is the right answer. Okay, now the next one. In this unit, we have seen the various definition in the SARFAESI Act. The rationale behind enacting this act is to regulate the securitization and reconstruction of financial assets, enforcement of security interests created in respect of financial assets to enable the realization of such assets. So this is basically the basic aim of enacting this act. The SARFAESI Act provides for the manner for the enforcement of security interest by secured creditor without intervention of the court in trial. So I think this is the basic things that is given here. Okay, now the next one. As per SARFAESI, if a person is aggrieved by the order passed by DRT, this is DRT. If person is aggrieved, he can go to the DRET. See? Okay, so again within 30 days we can go under SARFAESI. Okay, and if borrower want to appeal, so within 45 days he can go to the DRT. Is that okay? Next, the act also provide the setting of the ARC company. We have already done. Okay, and qualified buyer, raise fund from the qualified buyer. Now, it enable ARC to take possession of secured assets of the borrower, including right to transfer and release the security asset. Exactly. So what is the basic work of ARC? That is written in this paragraph. ARC buy the impaired assets from the bank and FI, cleaning the balance sheet of bank and so that the bank can do their normal banking business. C class, that is important. Okay, that's cool. Next, SARFAESI Act is applicable for the pledged security also. That is true and false. The class it is applicable, that is no. This is the right answer. For enforcement of mortgage security, court intervention is required? No. Court intervention is not required. Bank and FI can issue notice for enforcement over security under SARFAESI only if the security is not in possession of creditor and only when the account is classified as a, that is, non-performing assets. Okay. if borrower does not pay within dash days after notice. So borrower, right now in the diagram we have seen, if the borrower not pay in 60 days after the notice by secured creditor, the creditor can take possession. Creditor can take possession of the security. Okay, creditor can take possession of the security. This is the right answer. Next, after receipt, okay, after receipt of notice from secured creditor, the repayment of dues by borrower, the borrower is legally prevented from transferring his property. Exactly. On the receipt of notice, you cannot do anything from the property. That is true. On request of secured creditor, the district magistrate and CJM can take possession of security for handing it over to the creditor. That is absolutely yes. There is no intervention of the court, but on the request of secured creditor, they can do. When the management of company is taken by the secured creditor, okay, yeah, the directors of such companies entitled to compensation? No, because we know that the company have a different legal entity and the bank have a different legal entity. That's it. Okay, so this is the right answer. Cool. Next. When any bank or FI obtain a charge against property, with which authority will transaction have to be registered under SARFAESI Act? Because see, when borrower takes money from the bank, right, and the borrower give the security, that security must be registered by the central registry. So A will be the right answer for this question. Is it okay? A will be the right answer. When can the provision of SARFAESI will be invoked for proceeding against the charged property? Tell me, class. When the bank feel that it is necessary for recovery at any time, when RBI direct to do so, when there is a default in repayment by the borrower, when there is a default in repayment by the bank, and declare account as NPA. That the things we have already done. Whether existing or future receivables are property. Existing in the future. Existing and the future receivables are property. Yes, no, yes. But if when charged to the lender, you know, hypothecation to the lender, that is absolutely yes. Yes. Okay. From the following, which function is the securitization company? Acquisition of loan transaction from the lender, help the lender in recovery by sale of charged property, take legal step against the defaulter borrower on the behalf of lender, या acquisition of financial assets from the originator. Which of the following is the right answer? Which function is of securitization company? So here, this is the right answer. So class, that's all for today's, and I hope so you people like this session. So this is your batch which is already started, but my class will be start from 29th of, my subject will be start from 29th of August, and the timing will be 10 to 11 p.m. In Increment Pro batch also, my subject will be start from 29th of August, okay. So if you want to enroll in this batch, you have to apply the coupon code, that is Y391, for the maximum discount in this batch. Is that okay? Done? We also have a Telegram. You can please scan this, okay, and you can please come in the you can scan it here and you can join this, okay. This is our mock test. You can please also purchase the mock paper. We have a e-books also, we have a proper book also, we have a CAIIB Mahapack in which all the online live classes will be there, okay. then test series is there, ebooks is there, 1500 plus recorded videos is there, okay. And then we have a CAIIB Increment Mahapack, okay. And then that's it. So guys, if you want to enroll, the process is very simple. Just write down ADA 24/7, click on this. All courses JAIIB CAIIB, CAIIB December 2025. This is our single English medium batch. This is CAIIB Mahapack. This is Increment Mahapack. CAIIB Mahapack is good because if you just purchase it for 12 months, you will get 1 year of validity. In CAIIB Mahapack, you can select any one batch. And we also launch revision batch before the exam. So you can also take the revision batch, okay. You can also, the revision batch is included in this batch. So apply the coupon code Y391. Click on apply. You can see the discount is 80% discount in this batch, okay. So if you purchase through the, if you purchase through the, you can purchase either to adda247.com, okay. And then you can also purchase by downloading the ADDA 24/7 app. In this, you can get 1% more discount in ADDA app. Okay. So that's all for today's. Have a nice day.